think about Stern, I think about going above and beyond your limits.
Stern really stood out to me because of the collaborative community.
Community.
Such a wholesome group of diverse opinions and backgrounds and experiences.
I absolutely adore my study group.
It's really incredible how you make friends for life that come from so different backgrounds and so different places.
It's great to have so many smart people surrounded by them and learning from them on a constant basis.
Everybody has their own superpower.
Somebody who's good at finance, somebody who's good at marketing, somebody who has international experience.
The coolest, warmest, smartest people that I've ever encountered in my entire life.
Living in New York was one of my dreams. I said to myself, at some point in my life, I have to live in New York.
We're downtown here. You can run to someone's office that's, 5 minutes away and get back here in time for a 1:30 class over lunch, and that's sort of an amazing thing, right?
You step off campus and everything interesting about the world and the city and whatever is happening right there.
It's really an unmatched opportunity. I don't think I'd find it anywhere else in the world.
I think Stern is a really special place. It's filled with people who have talents that they're humble about and have a really open heart, and they want to get to know you beyond, your future professional plans.
You come on campus, you meet with professors, you sit in on a class, you meet the students, and there's something palpable about the culture, about the energy.
It's kind of like taking all of New York and putting it into one little school and saying, here's all the diversity in one place.
And the bonding you have here is pretty insane too.
You can get to know everyone well. No one's really trying to hide anything. And I find that to be one of the most important factors, and for me is why I decided to come here, is because of that openness.
This is an incredible school with incredible students. I think when you're on SGov, you get to see the entirety of the spectrum, whether it's faculty, administrators, and people behind the scenes, so it makes the kind of experience really real for you.
I mean, we preach the IQ, EQ thing, but it's true. And I think the EQ is particularly true, and that's sort of awesome.
The program here at Stern really allowed me to think more creatively.
I see that with business, there's a lot of opportunity to be able to apply the hard skills that I'm learning at Stern toward areas that need a lot more improvement, which my focus is in healthcare.
Now, at this point, I understand how complex some of the problems are that need to be solved, and how MBA students can really help in solving those problems.
The events have been so much fun. The community here is just so rich and so wonderful.
We had a lot of lofty goals this year for the Stern Women in Business Club, and we were able to accomplish a number of them.
The theme of the conference was reframing the conversation, really just thinking about new ways to approach the idea of women being successful in business.
I feel empowered as a future business leader. I mean, I think that's what Dean Henry wants for us, and I think that's what comes across in launch in our orientation. So it's nice to look back and say that wasn't all just talk, it's something that I feel like I can really do. I've also had opportunities to meet amazing speakers, hear amazing speakers, and of course make those professional contacts that we all want to make as well.
So we recently brought Ariana Huffington to campus to speak at the EX conference.
And it felt like she was speaking to me. And I think a lot of people in the audience felt that way.
Ken Langone's pretty entertaining.
Langone stole that right from me.
I went to Spring Fling last week. I really like this event because it brought out something that I really admire about my fellow classmates. They use the event as a vehicle to get us together, but also as a vehicle to contribute to a charity.
We've done charity poker last year. We did charity ball.
We did it finale over on Bowery, and we had 700 full-time and part-time students, and we raised money for the Lower East Side Girls Club through our silent auction.
The proudest moment by far for me, the first day of launch. All these professors, all the panel speakers that came up just the first day for me, it just blew my mind.
I was a launch captain for the incoming class, the class of 2015. And being able to speak to the class of 2015 about my experience, and I just felt so proud.
Favorite professor, I think definitely Professor Oken is one of them.
He's brilliant.
Trick question, right? They're all your favorite professors.
For me, I think it's Professor Jeff Carr. He was suited and booted for every class, sharpest man I've ever met.
He's gonna trust that you're gonna get it. He's not gonna babysit you.
I'm gonna say Professor Dolly Chug.
She teaches leadership in organizations. You know, it's hard to find professors who are more committed to the students than she is.
Professor Kabali's Warren.
Boom, 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 baby. Definitely Kabi. He had to be one of my favorite professors.
Professor Sonia Marciano.
I don't know, did she go to graduation? I have like a huge crush on her. I don't want to.
She's also brilliant, although I find her a little bit intimidating.
Oh, so intimidating.
And by a little, I mean a lot.
Scott Galloway is my favorite professor at Stern. He's a real hard ass, but he shows sort of this like tough love in the classroom.
And then Charlie Murphy.
He has some very interesting insights into the financial services industry and banking in particular because of his experiences.
When the professor kind of, at the end says thank you and goodbye, there's always a round of applause for that professor. And I don't know if that exists other places, but I've never really seen it. That just reminds me of how great our faculty is and how well they engage the classroom, that we're all willing to give them a round of applause at the end of class.
I was able to travel a lot this 2 years, and it's been amazing. I was in the Japan track with a group of over 60 people.
So I was on DBI Brazil, 2-week intensive course in Sao Paulo.
My first experience was the Cannes Film Festival. It was an unrivaled experience.
I did the Vegas class with Justin. We were in a group project together, and we did Why Vegas Needs an NBA Team. And I never thought in all of my time in business school that I would end up in Vegas for a class.
ISIS stands for International Social Impact Strategies. It's been run in India and Colombia, and this year we were in Rio de Janeiro.
I went on the Cuba trip. The class is called Cuba Sanctions, Reforms, and Opportunities.
That kind of gave us a glimpse into what's going on in Cuba now. It was an amazing opportunity.
Do the Harlem Shake.
I'm so happy and I don't want to leave ever. I want to be at Stern forever, if that's even possible.
So many memories.
That feeling of relief after you gave the presentation, you crushed it, and that's what the experience was really all about, like having these different circumstances and challenges that forced you to get closer with your classmates. Those will definitely be some of the memories that stand out for me.
I just happened to stumble upon the Nobel Prize sitting in a display case, and then a few feet away was a second Nobel Prize also on display on the 5th floor, and I just thought that was really amazing.
For Think Social, Drink Local, we've been trying for a few years now to get Dean Henry, and this year he finally agreed to be a model in the show, and I think everyone was just super excited and happy about that.
Dean Henry's biceps are apparently bigger than mine, so I'm a little jealous.
We got to do a lot of things that I think you really only think about doing and really have the time to do when you're in school. And I have to say, Stern gave me that opportunity with the spring break. And we went to Switzerland, and really, first time we jumped out of an airplane.
So Lango Intrigue was the first thing I did when I came to Stern. I hadn't met anybody, and the first thing I did was do a 3-day trip in upstate New York with 100 new friends.
I think a lot of the experience that you get at Stern really depends on the people that you're going to class with. And for them to, appreciate me as I am, and then, let me know, hey, whatever you bring to the table is valuable, I think it's what I'm going to miss the most.
I think I'm also going to miss the busy schedule. Without the structured schedule, I'll probably end up a couch potato. So I think I need that structure.
I feel like all of my exploration has been enabled by Stern, and as a result, I do feel comfortable and confident with where I'm going next in my career.
All in all, I'm walking away feeling like, yes, there is definitely a space for business to be a change for good. And also being in this environment makes me believe that I'm not alone in thinking that that's possible, and that's also very encouraging.
I'm constantly amazed and impressed about the people in these walls and what they've already accomplished.
before coming to Stern, and I'm really excited to see the impact that we all have after graduation.
You know, people actually really want to make a difference, and I think will. You know, it just gives me a lot of hope for the future, and like, you know, we've got a pretty rad generation. I think it's not very often written about.
All right, class of 2014, remember to work hard,
play hard,
avoid carbs,
eat pizza,
get a prenup,
follow your heart.
Congratulations, class of 2014. Thank you so much for having me through the last 3 years. I love you all. Let's go get them.
Class of 2014.
It's our time.
Take a risk.
Go out and change the world.
You guys have been an amazing group to share these last 2 years with, and we should all be so proud. Congratulations, Stern Class 2014.
Class of 2014, it has been amazing spending the past 2 years with you.
And we look forward to getting to know you guys better over a lifetime.
Good luck. I'll miss you all. Go out there and do some great things. And next year, make sure to come back and buy me lunch.
Looking forward to working with you guys as leaders and shaping this world.
Felicidades.
Safety Clash.
Congratulations, class of 2014.
To the class of 2014, thank you for all the great moments you've shared together. I can't wait to see all the amazing things you're going to do. Congratulations, I'll miss you next year.
Congratulations, good luck, and don't screw up. Now let's take over the world.
Congratulations, class of 2014. It's been rewarding, challenging, and an absolute blast.
It's been an unforgettable journey,
We love you all.
even more than Alex Montes.
We'll miss you.